guys. Welcome to Double Shot of Steelers. I'm Dejan Kovacevic. He's Chris Halleck. We're from DK Pittsburgh Sports. The NFL put out all of its awards.
Yeah.
The NFL is gearing up for a certain rather prominent date on their schedule.
Pretty big game.
Sunday. And we're also going to talk about the local franchise as well. We're going to get into all three of those on this particular episode of the show. We invite you to partake in that by expressing yourself in our new rolling list of comments there on the video screen. If you want to have your question read out loud or whatever later in the program, we can do that as well. It helps to make sure that you pay homage to Jaylen Warren or something in that vein to make it onto that screen. But yeah, it's let's talk first about the awards.
Yeah.
The NFL's most valuable player went to
Matthew Stafford.
And everybody thought it would go to
Matthew
Stafford.
Yeah, I mean, it was really close. It was really close. I think it was the closest since 2003.
Yeah, but I'm sorry.
I voted for Stafford.
Yeah, Stafford is I don't know. It's not necessarily about, for me, it's not about you have to earn it over time or you got to pay your dues to get to that stage or whatever. Stafford was the better player.
Well, and also, I think about, and maybe I just I look at the Hall of Fame class, I look at everything, but now I begin to really wonder. I don't think a couple of years ago, or even 3 or 4 years ago, almost anybody would have really considered Matthew Stafford to be a surefire Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have a harder time arguing against him being a Hall of Famer now.
Oh, as soon as you're MVP, I think as soon as you're a DPOY. And remember that all MVP is, by the way, is MVQ.
Yeah.
and it's been that for the longest time.
I mean, where do you think, if you don't know, where do you think Matthew Stafford ranks all time in passing yards?
That's a little, you can't do it like that, though. But I don't know. I'll say sixth. Oh.
He's sixth. He's ahead of Ben.
Yeah, because you also play more games. The game is more open than ever.
But sixth all time in passing yards.
Quarterbacks aren't getting knocked in the head as much anymore.
MVP, and is a Super Bowl winner. He checks a lot of boxes you look for. And just saying. I mean, I think right now you have a hard time arguing against him being a Hall of Famer. But congrats to Matthew Stafford. Dallas's own Matthew Stafford. He went to the high school that was a rival of mine. So still, congratulations, Matthew Stafford. It's fine that you're from Highland Park. And that's the Highland Park in Dallas, for those who know where I'm talking about.
Oh, man. Well, here's what I have. I'd like to see the NFL, and this happens in other sports. If you ever reach the point where an award has kind of lost its way.
Mm-hmm.
Or in this case, an award is so skewed to a single position that you almost can't let anybody else in because, and you're the one making this point all the time, the quarterback position is just way up here in importance over all others.
That's that valuable. It just is.
Yeah. So to me, MVP is almost it's a non-thing. You're either the quarter. I've seen the statistics just recently. Like when was the last time somebody picked? It might have been Adrian Peterson. I don't know.
It was
who was the last non-quarterback MVP. But I'd like to see. I'd like to see something where you could. And I understand you have All Pro and you have this, but wouldn't it be more interesting to just identify the positions? And I don't think All Pro does this. I really don't. Where you just say most valuable running back, most valuable wide receiver. You tell me there wouldn't be an audience for it?
No, but
more than the audience for all pros.
But the one thing that All Pro does do, even if it lists more than one at one position, it's across the entire league. It's not and there are certain positions where there's only one first team All Pro center. So at the end of the day, like, who's the best center in the league? Well, it's usually the guy who's going to end up winning first team All Pro.
Right.
So now, of course, there are other positions where you're like, oh yeah, it's receivers. There deserve to be more than just one receiver, because there's always a little bit of bias, like personal bias to specific receivers. You are more of a Jamar Chase guy. I'm more of a Justin Jefferson guy. But the one thing you can say about both of them is that they're both a top 3, at bare minimum, top 5 receiver in the NFL. They're both phenomenal receivers,
right.
But people see their position a little differently based off of the different things that they can do. But when it comes to quarterback, I understand why MVP skews to quarterback just that much, because it does matter that much. There is no position in sports that is as influential as the quarterback.
You can't. We've tried this one too, between goaltenders, and we tried it with starting pitchers, and it just doesn't.
Think about Shohei Ohtani. He plays both ways.
He's something of a case there.
But
even then,
there's not. I'll make the case right now.
But part of it's game count, to be fair. Okay.
No, but
you playing 100% of games.
Okay.
If you're a quarterback.
Yes.
Okay. So I think that's part of it too.
Yeah. So but the reason why,
even if Ohtani is doing both hitting and pitching, he's still only pitching every.
Well, that's that's my argument, is that when he pitches, he's only pitching, every 5 games. When he's in the lineup, he's 1 of 9 in the lineup. If the Dodgers have 40 at bat or 40 plate appearances in a game, how many are his? 5 at the most.
Right. Any other awards? Come to mind? Surprise you? Obviously not, Garrett.
For me, I voted differently than what was awarded for Offensive Player of the Year. It went to Jackson Smith and Jigba. That is not a knock for me for me not voting for him. It was really close between him and Puka Nacua. To me, I voted Puka.
Offensive Player of the Year.
Offensive Player of the Year.
Why wouldn't that be the quarterback? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
The labels are so ridiculous.
Yeah.
This was like, this is another baseball reference here, but like when Eric Gagne was up for the
Cy Young.
Yeah. Like, you can't do that. He's just a closer. He doesn't have enough.
Every time he went on the mound, he won the game. Or he closed out the game to get the win.
Yeah, he had like a zillion saves the one year.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we talking about?
He was cheating, but he still did it.
He was
cheating.
He was.
But at the time you're like, yeah, but at the time you're like, that's every time he stepped on the mound, the only person who could ever hit him was Barry Bonds, who was also cheating.
JSN's a nice pick, though.
Yeah,
as long as you, whatever definition this goes by, just because he's done some pretty amazing things, and he did it for a team that undoubtedly was underestimated heading into the season, including by us when they showed up in Pittsburgh early on for the home opener. We didn't know what the Seahawks were going to become. They looked like they're about to become Super Bowl champions. We'll see if that happens or not.
Coach of the Year was, I don't think it was much of a slam dunk. I don't remember how the voting was, but Mike Vrabel for the Patriots ended up winning Coach of the Year. I voted for Ben Johnson. That's kind of been my vote for him turning the Bears around. It's one thing to turn the Patriots around. The Patriots have good ownership. They have
again, though, the awards.
Yeah.
Are you giving the award to the best coach in the NFL, or are you giving the award to the turnaround? Every single sport, there are no exceptions on this one.
Oh, yeah.
It's always to the turnaround specialist.
Yeah.
Let's look up here just for fun. Chuck Noll, Coach of the Year. All right. What do you think the answers to this is going to be? Chuck Noll, coach, has he ever won Coach of the Year? Yes, once. When he guided the Steelers into the second round of the playoffs, which they lost to the Denver Broncos. This was later in his career.
Yeah.
So he wasn't the best coach in the NFL when he put together a team and a scheme literally like no other.
I think the reason why it's voted on the way it's voted on is because you're voting for the best coach for that season. I mean, that's what because you're voting. It's
I
literally
see that.
coach of the year.
Yeah,
It's which coach did their job best for that season. Now, Mike Vrabel's a great choice when you consider that the Patriots are in the Super Bowl, but you also vote on these based off of regular season. You don't vote based off of the playoffs.
He's also done a legitimately
Yes,
good job.
he has
if you
done a
followed
great job.
anything that the Patriots have done, and especially it seems funny over the course of this Super Bowl week to see, hear, and read all these comments from the Patriots. Everybody left us for dead when we lost to the Steelers. Everybody left us for dead. Well, I don't know if I left them for dead when we left Gillette Stadium, but I certainly didn't think they were going to make it to the Super Bowl.
They did not look like a Super Bowl team then.
I mean, they made so many dumb. They moved the ball like crazy,
but they turned the ball over a million times.
And a lot of that, not taking credit away.
Yeah,
the Steelers' defense was very, very opportunistic.
A couple of a few of these other awards. Comeback. Well, we said offensive player of the year, so let's hit defensive player of the year. That was kind of a slam dunk. Myles Garrett sets the sack record.
That's cumulative though. That's not his season.
No, the season sack record. He broke.
I thought you were talking about Okay.
No, he broke Strahan/Watt's record for sacks in the season. I mean, when TJ tied the record, he kind of seemed like a slam dunk for the award, and he did. He won it.
Yeah.
So Garrett breaks the record, and he got my vote. I mean, he was phenomenal. He's always been a really great player. The argument has always been the justification of Garrett being better than Watt in seasons where Watt was clearly better than Garrett, and using other statistics to back it up. When this year you can use those same statistics that when people were saying Watt was better, you're using those same stats now to say Garrett's the best defensive player of the year. Well, he is, because he has those stats. He broke the sack record. That alone is worth defensive player of the year to me. So when Watt is leading the league in sacks, even if he doesn't break the sack record, and he's not just leading the league in sacks, but he's also playing good when he drops back in coverage. He's getting interceptions. He's batting passes down. He's doing all these other things that Myles Garrett doesn't do, yet TJ gets looked over. He shouldn't get looked over because he was a phenomenal football player in those years. This year, Garrett gets all those good numbers, but it's because he played phenomenally. He's the defensive player of the year, and he deserved it.
A little bit of Super Bowl stuff as promised today. And within that, I want to let you know that our friends at the FanDuel Sportsbook are actually official partners of the Super Bowl. So they now have two really significant brands they've connected to. It's just us and the Super Bowl and nobody else. We're proud of that here.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
we are.
Nothing's moving there.
Nothing's moving. Seattle by 4.5.
We are entrenched.
We're entrenched. Seattle by 4.5. Yeah, but you got all kinds of stuff you can bet on, man. The same game parlays are going to be interesting to me. Like all the different options that you will have to put together a parlay to see if you can win something for the Super Bowl, man. There are so many different prop bets, anytime touchdowns. It's
now a parlay, for anybody who doesn't know this, is you mix. Yeah, basically you mix bets.
For example, like the first thing that you do when you go to your FanDuel Sportsbook, like I've got right in front of me right here, and you go to the same game parlay section, it automatically offers you a 4-leg parlay. Kenneth Walker III anytime touchdown, Hunter Henry anytime touchdown, Drake May anytime touchdown, and Jackson Smith and Jigba anytime touchdown.
All four have to happen.
All four have to happen.
What if 3 of 4 happen?
You don't win.
Okay, so you know that going in.
Yep.
You have to have all 4.
Yep. Now you can make your own parlays. You can do 2 legs. You can do 3 legs. You can do 7 legs. You can do 8 legs. You can just become a spider. You can do 8. I mean, you can just do whatever you want to do.
How many legs do spiders have?
8. That's why I said 8.
I didn't know that. My God, if you had put a gun to my head. Now I'm picturing how many legs the logo on Spider-Man.
Arachnids have 8 legs.
They do? All of them.
Every arachnid has 8 legs. Ticks.
But an octopus isn't an arachnid.
I don't think so. No. It's not a
It's a mollusk. Hang on. We do have our word of the day. Is an octopus a fish, mollusk, or a cephalopod? Oh my God, an octopus is both
Oh,
a mollusk and a cephalopod. You talk about
what's the word for multiple octopus?
octopi.
Octopi?
Yeah.
Okay. This is going off the rails. We have to get back to football.
Well, no, but I'm just saying. But
Usually this doesn't start until 4:45.
Yeah.
when Ringo Starr wrote Octopus's Garden, if
Yeah.
he was ever referring to more than one, he would have had to say the Octopi's Garden.
Octopi's Garden.
Yeah.
Go check out the FanDuel Sportsbook for everything related to the Super Bowl. I cannot if I were to list everything that you could possibly
No, we'd
do,
be on a while.
we'd be on for much longer than we'll be on for the show. So they have everything there. Go check it out.
Any late feelings on the game itself?
No,
From you, I mean.
I'm still I've been leaning Seahawks the whole way. I haven't
I've been doing that for weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned about him and worry with the ankle issue I think that he's dealing with. I still think the Seahawks are just both when it comes just on the offensive side, defensive side. I like so much of what they do. I have a lot of respect for the Patriots team. On the offensive side, the Seahawks just have that game changer in JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba,
who's capable of being that guy who just, you know how sometimes you have a Super Bowl that just takes on the single personality.
Yeah.
This is going to sound ridiculous considering James Harrison made the greatest play in Super Bowl history in that game. But you know who comes to mind for me is Santonio, where you just say, not taking any credit away from Ben and the line and everybody else who did their job as well as they did. But you have to be sending that, when Aquaman communicates with octopi.
How many more times is octopi going to be used?
The little circles that come from his forehead on the cartoon. Okay, so what he's telling them is what Santonio was telling Ben. He's sending back the little Aquaman signals and saying, in this setting, you cannot throw it to me enough today.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that when you head into that ultimate drive there, that had to have meant everything to Ben. Now, that was not the only counter to mythology. That was not the only receiver that Ben threw to on that drive. I'm trying to think if he hit Heath or somebody like that. But man, did he fire away in Santonio's direction. That to me is what I'm picturing here with JSN, where I'm saying, okay, if he's out there and him and Darnold are feeling something,
you
pump it the way Ben and AB did in New Orleans. Remember in the regular season game, where it was like the Saints could have put their entire franchise,
it didn't matter
on AB,
and
he was still going to come away with like 800 catches that day.
Yep. Well, mentioning AB kind of reminds me, because we can get into this conversation after we list. Really quick, let me run through the other award winners. Christian McCaffrey won the Comeback Player of the Year. Ted McMillan won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Panthers wide receiver. Defensive Rookie of the Year was Carson Schlesinger, the linebacker from the Browns. That was both of those were kind of slam dunk. Bobby Wagner won Walter Payton Man of the Year, which is great for him. He's been a great pro for a long time. But the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2026, Drew Brees, which I thought was a slam dunk, first ballot. Larry Fitzgerald, same thing, first ballot, gets on.
No question.
Yeah. Luke Kuechly, linebacker for the Panthers.
That's okay.
Yeah. Adam,
I mean, it's seen by a lot of people.
Yeah.
As at times.
Oh no, he was
the best player in the league, or right up there.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't be punished for playing in Charlotte.
Right. Exactly.
Which is all that you would have been doing.
Yeah. Adam Vinatieri gets in, owner of a couple of big time game winning field goals in the Super Bowl. And then Roger Craig gets in as well. He gets in over LC Greenwood.
Roger Craig.
Mm-hmm. He gets in over LC.
You know, the thing with LC, and we've been over this so many times too,
Yeah.
is he would actually complete the steel curtain.
Yeah.
Being in there.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, they've had different members, go in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So I shouldn't say complete. But LC did so much of his own volition, his own bio is set up that what ends up happening is the reflexive reaction to another 1970s Steeler is that, well, if they didn't have this guy, then this guy wouldn't have been as great. If they didn't have these three people, then this one wouldn't have been as great.
Mm-hmm.
Team sport.
Yeah.
You don't punish them for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You task the athletes when they go out there every Sunday to be there for each other. Oh, those guys were the ultimate example of that. I mean, there were people like, if you get down to who were the guys off that 70s roster, just defensively here, okay? Who were the, to use your term here, absolute slam dunk, whatever else? Who were they? It was Mean Joe. It actually was Jack Lambert,
Jack Ham,
Mel Blunt. And you're going to pause a little bit after that. I'm being respectful.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Okay?
Yeah, those four were the...
Okay. And I remember at the time that even there's not a lot of people that understood Ham's greatness because he was a different type of.
He wasn't the same like intimidating face and everything that Jack Lambert
and
was.
And the stuff that he brought in a pass coverage and stuff. I mean, I'll tell you when you could use Jack Ham in the year 2026. Not that he didn't come in handy back then either.
Yeah.
But then what ends up happening, more of them have gotten in. Donnie Shell for me he had numbers.
Yeah.
I don't know that I think of, I'm trying to be nice here.
Yeah,
okay?
Of course, yeah.
I've always thought of LC that way.
I've always thought of LC as the second best on that line.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nothing against the other two. I mean, obviously, that entire defensive line earned the name Steel Curtain for a reason. But Jeff says it, the Steelers fatigue. I get it. Well, guess what? There's about to be a little bit more Steelers fatigue because next year, 2027, there are 3 Steelers that will now be eligible for the Hall of Fame. One is a surefire guy in Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah. First ballot.
Another guy,
Bill Belichick for sure.
Another guy, another
it
guy.
Won't be a secret ballot either.
No, another guy who won't get in, but it's fun to talk about for about 10 seconds. More of the what if. Le'Veon Bell. No, I'm saying the what if.
Yeah.
Because for 4 years, he was among the when you're talking about best running back in the NFL for about 4 year span, he's in the conversation. And usually when you're starting to talk about eligible, like truly, like, yes, there's eligibility for the Hall of Fame. I'm not talking about do you deserve to be there. One of the parts of that conversation was this guy ever the best at his position?
Yes.
You can't say that about Ben, but Ben also has a whole bunch of other things. It's also quarterback and it's also different. But
it's quarterback. It's different. If the quarterback's always the MVP, then by extension,
and he played at the same time Tom Brady played.
Finalists for MVP are going to be quarterbacks, and the sub-finalists or whatever are going to be quarterbacks. So it is different. But was Lev the main yards from scrimmage guy, all-purpose? Did everything, rose up in AFC North games, on the road. There's nothing I would take away from Lev when he was with Pittsburgh.
But he's not in the Hall of Fame. He won't be in the Hall of Fame.
He won't be.
No. The
you have
career
to have
was
some numbers.
The career was too short for
Yeah.
sure. But the
Well,
third,
the career with actual NFL teams
yes,
was too short.
right. The third Steeler that will be eligible, and this you got to have a conversation about this. Antonio Brown.
Well, that's a conversation. That's a saga.
I understand, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of people are going to immediately dismiss it because they're going to remember Antonio Brown right now for how he exited Pittsburgh, for all of the on field / part of being a team antics with other teams. I didn't even play a snap for the Raiders.
I've mentioned more than once on this program
Yeah.
that I'm a voter for the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Mhm.
We've been that for a few years.
Mhm.
And we get trampled on like crazy because people think we're the ones that came up with the character clause. And the character clause is actually imposed upon us by the Baseball Hall of Fame and by Major League Baseball. It was agreed upon in 1936, the year that the first class, which included Pittsburgh's own Honus Wagner, actually from Carnegie.
Mhm.
The wording has never changed. Football does not have this.
No.
Well,
Because if it did, there are a lot of players that are in the Hall of Fame that don't deserve to be there.
Football has a running back who killed his wife and what was Ron Goldman's relation to? He worked with her or something.
Yeah,
but he's a double murder guy. Football has him in it. They don't have a character clause. They don't have that. I'm sure that makes the voting process easier, if not less distasteful. Can you imagine casting that ballot? Now, OJ was inducted before. Okay. Where AB is concerned, I have two things to say. One is that, again, there is no character clause. If he walked off the field and ripped his shirt off and stuck it to the Tampa Bay Bucks one day, that really doesn't line up with any of the things that you're looking at.
Nope.
I mean, do you want the person to be a winner and whatever else? Sure. AB is the best wide receiver I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I know that there are different eras, and I know that's never a fair thing and I can hear the 70s crowd saying this or that, or even picking players from other teams from different eras. And you can do that. You can go back to, Lance Allworth and, the guys from the 60s and whatever. You can do that. These eyes have never seen anybody better at the wide receiver position than 84. Never. And I say that with absolutely no affinity for the man whatsoever.
Oh, yeah,
Zero.
and
including my own personal experiences with him.
Yeah, well, and
best wide receiver I ever saw.
And then there's like people, whether it should happen or not, voters will be turned off. Some voters will be turned off by the way his career ended over the last few seasons. And then
what's the criteria? What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
No, I know.
On your guidelines, there's only 50 of these voters.
Oh, I know.
What are you looking at? Be specific. That says you can't put AB in because he's some epic jagoff.
Oh, But trust me, and
Which
Jeff,
he is.
And Jeff said it in the comments that Brown was the very best receiver in the NFL for 3 to 4 years. I'm going to correct you, Jeff. 8.
Yeah, I don't know where you got 3 to 4.
From 2011 to 2018, no receiver in the NFL caught more passes, had more.
2011's a little tough.
But I'm saying during that
started becoming AB.
But during that span.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but he wasn't the best receiver in the NFL in 2011.
No.
Okay.
No, but during that span, he had more receptions, more receiving yards, and more receiving touchdowns.
More everything.
Than everybody else.
We talk about the difference now between a big play receiver and a volume receiver.
He was both.
He was
both.
How about a possession receiver? Yep, that too. How about an elite route runner? Nope, He was the best.
Yeah. I mean,
how about
everything?
Wait, we're not even done. How about end arounds?
Somebody brought up Tim brought up his toe tap abilities. The catches he would make on the sideline.
How about
the game? The one he made against the Packers on a Sunday night. I will never, ever forget that. That was one of the greatest.
But how about end arounds? How about
Punt returns. The one he had against the Colts where he never left inside the hash marks, which, by the way, in the NFL are really, really narrow. In college, they're really wide. It's one thing to never leave inside the hashes in college. In the NFL, in a punt return in the NFL, he never left inside the hashes.
He also almost karate kicked a Cleveland punter.
Almost? He did.
Oh, yeah, he actually did.
He did.
Yeah, that's not almost.
No, but what he did do is he got a shovel out and juked Pat McAfee so hard that he actually buried him in Acrisure Stadium.
Jeez. Is this before or after he
humped
the goalpost?
It was on that punt return.
That was the humping the goalpost?
That was the one where he stayed inside the hashes the whole time, juked Pat McAfee so hard, McAfee, I think he fell. And then he almost stuck the landing by running through the end zone, leaping onto the goalpost and sliding.
I'll tell you what, people, I'm not changing the subject, I swear. If you rank Mike Tomlin's career achievements,
oh gosh,
number 1 is the Super Bowl. Number 2 is just finding any way possible to get AB onto the field every Sunday. And then allowing him to be that player.
The way I'll
notice it didn't work out anywhere else.
Yeah. The way I'll put it when it comes to Antonio Brown and his case for the Hall of Fame, you cannot tell the story of the NFL in the 2010s.
I don't like to tell the storyline.
I
hear that
understand
about
that.
Barry Bonds.
No.
I can tell
I
the
don't.
story real well with Barry Bonds. He grew his head 7 sizes too big, and he robbed the all-time home run king of a richly deserved record. Speaking, of course, of the great Henry Aaron.
Yeah. No, I know.
I just told the story of baseball with Bonds.
But when you think about the NFL in the 2010s, in that particular decade, Antonio Brown sticks out.
He's the best.
Yeah. I mean, he is the best. Like, think about the receivers that are in the league now. And when they do their things, when they're on certain interviews and they say, who are your top 3 receivers of all time? Who are your top?
Every time.
Every time Antonio Brown's listed.
Every time.
Every single time. He is.
The other thing about AB, I don't know how we ended up on an AB.
Well, it's because we're talking about Hall of Fame consideration. He's going to be
yeah. But the other thing about AB, here again, you can say what you want about the various things and throwing TV sets out of his apartment or whatever the hell that was. Okay, and I don't mean to be flippant about this. Serious accusations.
Yes.
Okay,
very.
drop dead serious accusations.
Yep.
This does not have a way to account for that, this process that the Pro Football Hall of Fame has in place. Whereas when you talk about the character things that you value in football, first and foremost is your work ethic.
And he might have had the best.
Oh, there's no might have. Tomlin, one of the other things that Tomlin would do, he would do this in Latrobe. He would watch, the one hillside where the players go back up to the campus area. Where they use kind of like a makeshift locker room up there. Tomlin would see a receiver, no matter who it was, heading in that direction. And AB's still at the jugs machine. And he'd say, "You see 84 over there? Is he going up the hill now? No? Oh, what do you have up there?
Yeah.
You're all good, but he's not."
Yeah.
Stuff worked too.
And
wide receiver practice was never over until 84 was done.
Yep. No, Steelers fans don't like to hear it, or I say some Steelers fans don't like to hear it, but he's the greatest receiver in franchise history.
And then there's also that. No, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Immense respect. Lynn Swann definitely under-targeted in his years. And he'd agree with me on that.
Yeah.
John Stallworth, fantastic, eminently, both of them.
Yeah.
As partners, the first end zone celebration in unison and all that stuff. And it's great. The Steelers had never to be forgotten in the 80s. Louis Lips.
Yeah.
Just a wide receiver who became a star in the NFL without really the benefit
of having a franchise
of an above average above average quarterback. That's great stuff. And they've had others as well, even going back to the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Including Santonio, who didn't hang around long enough.
No, he wasn't.
Santonio
No.
wasn't that either.
No, he wasn't. No, Santonio was good. Hines Ward, I still think deserves at least
Hines
to be
has
a
his
finalist.
own. He has his own category. It feels like,
Yeah.
and he's kind of like a Cam Hayward, where if he had his own position,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
where you say, okay, I'm this, he's that.
yeah.
Well, how do you make a case for a wide receiver to be based on his blocking when wide receivers weren't all that tasked with that level of blocking the way Hines was?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the perils of being those, they always talk about so-and-so pioneered that, or he changed the game. Mel Blount changed the game.
Yeah.
And did.
Yes. There was a rule.
There are Mel Blount rules still in the game. But that can work against you too, because if you change the game, you're doing something that nobody else was doing, and then it's not taken into consideration in the criteria.
And I understand that it's not named the Hines Ward rule, but like the it's not blindside block, or maybe it is blindside.
Sure, it should
the
be the
blindside
Hines Ward
block.
rule.
Yeah, because I mean Keith Rivers had a broken jaw because of Hines Ward doing a blindside block, and Limas Swede learned straight from Hines Ward himself to do the blindside block in the 2008 AFC Championship game that helped kind of make up for the drop that would have been a touchdown in the game. There are I think Paul says peel back blocks, so where you go back against the grain of the play to take out other guys who are pursuing the ball carrier. But either way, Hines was notorious for that, and it's now been legislated out of the game. You can't do it anymore. So no, it's not called the Hines Ward rule, but you should still think it's kind of like the way Mike Tomlin put it when he was on Ben Roethlisberger's podcast several months ago, maybe even over a year ago, when Ben asked him which defense was better, 08 or 2010. And Tomlin's like, 08 gets the accolades, but 2010 literally changed the game. It changed.
Yeah, they were murdering people.
Yes. And it's like that
not OJ style.
Right. But saying like that 2010 defense was literally, he's like, that was the beginning. I think the way Tomlin put it was, that was the beginning of the player safety initiative. Like that defense was forcing the NFL to change the way teams play defense. Like that's what you start thinking of. And I honestly think about Hines Ward when I think about receivers not being able to peel back and make blocks against defenders, chasing from behind or whatever, because Hines did that stuff.
Right.
So Hines had his impact on the game. I think that's why he at least deserves to be a finalist.
He had his impact,
so that he can at least be up for discussion.
Yeah, I want to make it. The other thing that makes me a little, I don't know, uneasy about saying all this stuff about Hines' blocking is that at the time that Hines was at his peak, he was a tremendous wide receiver.
Yes, he was.
He could beat you a lot of different ways.
It was
deep possession, all the stuff we were saying earlier here. Hines had about a good 3-4 years there where he was way up there, and Ben trusted him and everything else here. Let's let's take a look through our pile here to see if we have any contributions for the day that we can take your questions here on the screen. David Quinn comes in with missed a couple of live shows. When will the draft hoodies go on? They're sealing back home, which I did not know had a camera. Don't get any ideas, people. When will the draft hoodies go on sale? The technical answer to that is right now. If there's the door, 224 Fifth Avenue. We have them here, boxes and boxes and boxes. A couple of you have reached out about whether or not the boss would be willing to ship those. She hates shipping stuff.
No, it's not hate.
I knew she was going to do that.
It's not fair.
Okay.
I don't have the time.
She does not. She also doesn't have the time. But in addition to that, really hates shipping stuff. So if you're gonna get the hoodie, you have to come here and you have small box. Wait,
She's gonna get you a small. There's one right over here that I can grab really quick.
small. Just like just like dump it on my head. Actually, I'll be right back. Talk to them about the hoodies.
Yeah, they're here.
We don't have the manpower to ship, but if I get stuck with them,
They're here. So you can come in and you can buy them at any point that you want. But in terms of them being on sale, and here's a good look at these hoodies. Really quick. They're oh
there's 3 kinds. I didn't get them. There'll be more.
oh.
There'll be more.
So that's one. And then this is another one. Everything that I look at, by the way, is backwards, so I'm like moving. Right there. We have a third one. Oh, not yet. We will have a third one eventually. Those are not in yet. Yeah, we got the small box
Small box.
to put DK in. Whenever he gets out of line with the boss.
I'm bad, or we start talking about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I go into the small box. The small box can be like this.
We'll just put dunce. We'll write dunce.
No.
right
we
there.
put Buffalo, NY on it, so I can take it on the trip with me. Show everybody where I am.
But yeah, Bryce is asking, is that merch? Yes. Like you can come to the store right now, to our HQ.
It's here. It's for sale.
here. Like I just held it in my hands.
We will have many more designs. They're not ready yet. So
Yes.
we'll show them as they come.
Quick asks about Ramon. This answer is just not going to change. I don't have one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not hiding anything. I don't know. Just
Mm-hmm.
when he's free, when he's ready, our door is open,
Mm-hmm.
wide open, just like it is for everybody else here. And
Sorry, Rizzo was asking, are they official NFL merch? You can't like sell something with an NFL logo unless it's like, yeah.
we only sell licensed
Yeah,
stuff here.
yeah.
We're not dumb.
You could, but it would be ill-advised.
It would be ill-advised. There would be repercussions.
Yeah.
Somebody did ask also, who votes for MVP during the Super Bowl?
It's on hand media.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know
Media who is covering the game.
Yeah, on hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be there for
Mhm.
that here. I have voted for
2?
Stanley Cup Finals twice.
Okay.
Or it's not Stanley Cup Finals MVP. It's
The Conn
Conn Smythe,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is for the entire playoff.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that twice, and funny, the NHL, you get your sheet, this little sheet of paper with
Mhm.
5 minutes left in a game, and
Yeah. But yeah. So that's who votes on the MVP.
yeah. All right, guys. Well, listen, we're going to call this one a day here. It's been a long one for some of us already, and
Coming back from Buffalo, New York, especially really hard when you're having to drive in that tiny box.
plus it makes your visibility is just so limited when your head is in a box. It's even worse than the I woke up, there's, by the way, Buffalo. I wake up, I open up the hotel window, and Buffalo's airport is literally across the street. It's where I always stay when I go there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 3 inches of snow. And I thought, oh man, maybe I should get like a late checkout or
Mhm.
something or whatever, not go home, whatever. Then I thought, it's Buffalo, man. By the time I get to the car,
They're gonna have it taken care of. Yeah.
and sure enough, like you get out, not only did they have the roads clean and everything like that, it's Buffalo.
Yeah.
This is just the day ending in Y.
Mm-hmm.
The roads weren't just clean or free of stuff. They were spotless.
Yep.
Because they all know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
happens up there a lot.
Yep.
Anyway, we will be back with more Steelers programming on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be both a daily shot that I do in the morning, a double shot thing that we do here. And we can talk about the Super Bowl. We can talk about other stuff. If you guys are interested in any kind of members only thing on Sunday, give a shout. It won't be from down here, but maybe we could hook up with you member types.
Yeah.
Just say the word.
Yeah.
And the Olympics are opening.
She's excited about the Olympics.
I'm excited about the Olympics. I am so excited about the Olympics.
It's not because of Team Latvia.
It is not because of Team Latvia.
Okay.
It is because of USA and USA hockey specifically, both men and
I
women.
can't get behind them.
Really?
No,
Oh.
it has nothing to do with it like in America or anything. Like I pulled with my heart and soul for USA hockey in the past. There's just so many dudes on there that I can't stand.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, I know.
affects
I know.
You. It's just like, you know.
Yeah.
And I think Bill Guerin, who I love, did a terrible job picking this team.
I agree. There
Love to be wrong.
There were several decisions about the roster that I did not agree with.
And then there's one that everybody disagreed with, which
Wow.
was Jason Robertson.
Yeah, Jason Robertson not being
Address this. Yes, all members.
This one will be open to all members. Yeah.
Mhm.
When we get around to the supersonic upgraded ultra elite members, when we get around to the first show, that's actually going to be like, you'll know the difference. Believe me.
Yep.
Yeah. Something like this Super Bowl, we're just having fun. It's not something that's really serious.
Oh gosh, no.
All right, guys. Listen, we're gonna unless there's one more here. Oh wait, yep, there is one more here. See, Josh Cook comes in and says, "I'll pay for shipping and her to get lunch." You mean the boss is her?
So more time.
She has no time. That's actually her problem. If she sends me hoodie to Ohio, I was almost in a.
Paid for shipping. He spent $5.
Yeah, right. I think shipping's more than that, actually.
Especially around Christmas time. Good Lord.
Hey, I'll let you take that up with her there, Joshua Cook. You can do.
I will try, but I don't. Yeah.
They're worth it though. These are really nice. Come down and see us. We're at 224 Fifth Avenue downtown, Tuesday through Saturday. We will see you guys on Monday.